Guys, quick update on the 69 Charger here. Yesterday I took the 69 Charger, the body off of the chassis, and it's kind of a pain because I don't have any proper tools to get it off, but I'm gonna flip the camera around and kind of explain, I guess, why or where I'm at. Basically, I'm on hold. I ordered a bunch of metal from Auto Metal Direct about 2-3 months ago, and they're telling me it's going to be mid-November if I'm lucky to get it. Over a month ago they said it'd be 7 days to 9 days and they'd have it, and here we are. But the main thing I'm waiting on is the rocker panels. I'm gonna use the rocker panels to mount the bulk, one of the main mounting points for the 69 onto the 2006 Charger. So I can't mount the car basically until I get those. I can't put, let me flip this camera around. I cannot put my my quarter panels on. I guess I could tack weld them up above in place, but I can't really put them on until I get my rocker panel on, because that tucks underneath. So I'm stuck because of the rocker, so that I can put the quarters on. I can't put any of the back sheet metal on, which I have it all. I can't put it on till I get my quarters on. Can't put the fender wells until I get the quarters on. And it's stacking up. I really can't do anything. So what I'll tell you that I've done, I've already wasted 4 days on it, is figuring out what I was going to do with the windshield wipers. Now, as y'all know, underneath these Chargers, they've got this underneath part, and you can see I've cut that side out and I've cut this side out. They typically have those kind of round circle, like the buckets that come down and hook into your air system, but there is not the clearance when you set this down on the 2006 Charger. You don't have the clearance. So I cut all this out, including where the windshield wiper bolts onto, because I thought to myself I was going to cut, or not cut, but use, that's the windshield wiper mechanism for the 2006 Charger, but they're oddly shaped. I thought maybe I could fashion something out of foam or rubber or something, but I like them because they're low profile. They do have the more modern screw top to put your wiper on, but I have the original wipers, so I was hoping to use those. So then I went back to using the 69. So I've got all this tacked up in here, because the big dilemma is this. I've got the grade up here. I want to keep it because it's kind of got that retro look. I know a lot of guys are cutting it out and putting in metal and doing away with the grade or having a faux grade. But reality is, when it rains, this will now go down onto my feet. It's no longer over the engine bay. The engine bay starts about here. That's all under the dash. So I have to make a tray. So I thought, okay, I'll tack all that up, then I'll block this off here, and then I'll put a drain here, drain on the other side, down through the engine bay. And that's fine, but it's just so many weird angles that I think I'm making it more difficult than it has to be. So now I have a change of heart, and I think what I'm going to do, you can see this natural lip out here. I think I'm going to utilize that natural lip, and then in here use this natural lip, and out of cardboard I think I'm going to cut a template that'll just weld at that level, go across to where I showed you on the outside, not all the way across necessarily, just where the grate is. That is my thought as of now. I guess I could, if I wanted, I could bring it clear over to the end, and also the same here. I don't know yet, but I do have to maintain this mounting bracket and that mounting bracket for the wipers. Now what I'm so far got mocked up is this is the linkage off the 2006 Charger. This hooks up to that motor. There is room for me to mount the motor there. I do have to make a mounting bracket, but you can see we've got some movement there. And then I saw online where I can, you can get the kit. I don't know if they're felt or what they are, but that go on here to waterproof so these don't leak. So, you know, guys, it's little things like that that you don't anticipate running into, like how to get your wipers to work, you know, or how to rainproof that, because you cannot leave that underneath plenum. It doesn't clear by a long shot. Another thing I didn't think about is all the modern Chargers that I'm aware of are four-door cars. So the 06 I have is a four-door car. I could be wrong on that. The only two doors I see is Challengers, I believe, but don't quote me on that. So I buy the four-door car thinking, oh, I can utilize everything. Now I have a one-door, but guess what? The seats, because it was a four-door car, the seats don't fold up. So now I'm contemplating, you know, I'm probably going to have to get a different set of front seats because they don't fold up. So you're not going to be able to get in the back seat. So far the challenge, windshield wipers, seat. I know once I get all of this mounted up and welded, I know I've got to move this wheel well probably 2 inches up. I know that part. I've got the front hood torn apart and it's 2 halves, so I can de-rust it. I'm gonna do the same with this because it's nothing but rust inside. So I'm gonna have to split that apart. Let's see, what do I have coming from Auto Metal Direct? I've got the quarters, obviously. I've got door skins. I've got this part. I do not have the part underneath this. It does have some rust, but I'm not too concerned with leaving that original. This package tray here, I'm going to fab in most of the 2006 Charger, I think. Merely because it has already, you know, the speaker layout. There's I believe three speakers in that package tray. So yeah. So that's, I mean, there's other various parts I have. I have some corner metal parts and various parts, but basically, guys, I'm on hold. I'm gonna go tomorrow and try to get some sheet metal and some construction paper so I can build. I need to build a box that fits there, build it from underneath, from out of the car, cut everything that I'm gonna cut out, de-rust it, prime it, weld that box up, probably put 2 nipples on it with tubes that come down and drain, you know, out of the engine bay. I just want to get that buttoned up. Once I can get that buttoned up, then the only challenge will be there to get my windshield wiper motor mounted. I can also go ahead and I got this tacked on This back brace here is off of a different charger. Mine was completely right in the middle, rusted, all gone. So I got all this cut in and welded. I just got to finish welding, and then I could go ahead and derust, prime, and or not paint, but prime that whole area. Do the same with the roof that's underneath the RV over there, at least on the outside. Go ahead and or on the inside, I mean the underneath, derust it, prime it. I can go ahead and get the roof on. So if I go ahead and get the roof on, get the front taken care of, go ahead and address the back hatch there, the front hood, maybe I can get this moving along. And then as soon as I get the rockers, I can replace the rockers, do the quarters, then the tail end here. But no small feat, guys. No small feat. I've got a lot of things to think about. Contemplating moving the gas tank. The gas tank on the 2006 Charger is under the seat, so right about here. So I'd have to snake the gas from there clear over into the tank. One of the things I was wanting to do, but I'd have to remove the gas tank, I was wanting to cut some holes right here in front of the fenders and put my muffler, one on either side, the chrome tip mufflers that come out the side in front of the back wheels. But to do that, I'd have to move, so it makes sense. Exit the muffler there, and I do have a brand new not original, but you know, remanufactured gas tank for a Charger. But then you've got to lengthen your lines, of which I don't know what's in. You know, they have such weird fittings. The question would become, and maybe one of my viewers knows, can you lengthen those plastic? I think they're plastic. Don't quote me on that, but I'd have to figure out my gas lines. I do like kind of having the weight of the gas up here, more central, but I don't know. There's a lot to think about. Also on the 2006, your battery sits in your trunk. So do I leave the battery here? There's absolutely no room. There is an air duct that if I wanted to compromise the air duct, you know, in the engine bay, I could probably fit the battery there. But then you've got the miles of wire that go clear to the back. You're gonna have to cut those off and splice them or something. I don't know. You don't want to just coil up a big, large pile of wire. I'd like to put the battery up here. One of the problems with the 06 Charger is if you have a dead battery, how do you get into the trunk? I mean, you can plug up battery chargers up here, probably enough to pop your trunk if you had to on the 2006. But those are things I have to think about. You know, what I wanted to keep it simple, but you know, then you're like, hey man, if I did this, it'd make it cool. But anyway, I'm rattling. That's where the Charger project is. No fault of my own. We are waiting on Auto Metal Direct. What's funny is there is a lot of channels on YouTube, bigger channels obviously, getting all their metal for free, and they're not having any problem getting their metal. So I will continue when I have some metal, whether it be Auto Metal Direct's metal or the metal to make the box that's going to fit over this grade. I just have to do something that's going to collect that rain and divert it out of the car. So yeah, maybe we can go pull ahead on this project. I mean, I can go ahead and split this lid here I still haven't determined how I'm going to de-rust everything. I thought about renting a sandblaster, but I'd have to rent it several different times. It's just, I can't do much at one time. All right, guys, that is going to conclude this video. It's really a video about nothing, I guess. Just haven't posted in a while. I did go to Tennessee, looking for the new homestead. And yeah, Tennessee was nice. Tennessee was absolutely beautiful. And it is one of the places I am contemplating putting down roots. I'm checking out another homestead in Oregon. And at this point, no place is off limits, I guess, you know. So that's the other side of what I'm doing. Just trying to find a place to start up a new homestead. All right, guys, talk to you later.